Well, good evening.
You sired a child, Fabian.
So I did.
Does she still haunt the city?
Seems to me she's got really good at not being seen. What we should do is go see Ryong. She's expecting us.
You're not curious?
Always, but whatever happens now has to be her choice.
I've always been a night owl, yearning for companionship when all the world has gone to sleep. Is that why you're here, dear listener? Have you been waiting for my voice to whisper in your ear? Have you been watching me from the shadows? I was told not to talk to strangers, but I'll make an exception for you, caller.
Most women do, bet. You know, I was gonna get lucky at Atrium, but I guess that place is closed down for good.
Well, isn't that a shame? Tell me, caller, wouldn't it be easier to make a few swipes on a dating app?
Nah, bet. I reckon women only use those things to get free meals.
Right, well,
You know, I've been thinking I should start a podcast of my own.
didn't you call before offering me advice about podcasts?
Yeah, but you obviously need to see how it's done, so I thought I'd make my own. I'm gonna call it Wyman. As in, like, why do men have it so hard when it comes to women? What do they even want? You know, besides money and simps. Do they even know? Does anyone? I do. I know. Let me tell you.
Well, if that doesn't have the ladies falling all over themselves to date you, caller, I don't know what will.
Well, I mean, yeah. What do you mean?
Next caller, you're on with Bed of Night. If you tell me one of your secrets, I'll tell you one of mine.
Hi, Bet. I wanted to ask you something. Am I the asshole if my boyfriend's kink weirds me out?
Well, with a question like that, I'm going to need a lot more detail. Let's start with your name, darling.
My name is Emma, and my boyfriend's name is Ray.
And what's this kink that has you bent out of shape in a way that you don't like, Emma?
He's just really into my wrist.
100 guesses and I wouldn't have come close to that revelation. What exactly does he like about your wrist?
I don't know. He's always looking at it, touching it, telling me how smooth my skin is there. And that was all fine, but last night, while we were in bed, he just started licking it.
I can see how that can be off-putting. Or arousing. Not sure.
I kind of freaked out, and I pulled my hand away, and I don't know, I don't think he did it on purpose, but his teeth kind of grazed my wrist, and I started bleeding, and then he got upset and he left, and am I the asshole?
I'm a big believer in open communication, Emma. And I think you two should talk this out. He should have just asked you instead of surprising you like this. But maybe if you explore it together, it may lead to some fun for both of you. If you're prepared for a little nibble, that is.
You're right. Thank you so much, Bet. I'm gonna call him right now.
Love is a strange mistress, isn't it, dear listeners? While these advertisements play, I'll be right here, waiting for you.
Man, I am
Got that rumbling deep down in your gut? Hunger so strong you can't think straight? Look no further. Download the What's Your Taste delivery app now. Fill out a short survey when you sign up and we'll send you a personal menu designed to satisfy your cravings. So, what are you waiting for?
Welcome back, my night owls. You're still listening to Bed of Night. You didn't forget me, did you? I could never forget you. I see you every night in my dreams. So, next caller. What do you do for a living, besides taking my breath away?
To be honest, I'm getting rather tired of keeping tabs on you.
Good evening to you too, Enigma. So that's what you do for a living? Keep tabs on me?
I don't do a thing for a living. I'm an investigator, a jailer, a judge, an executioner.
A jack of all trades, then. Tell me, Enigma, which one of your roles are keeping tabs on me?
That remains to be seen. You're like a fine wine, Bet. The more of you I drink in, the better you taste. Isn't that how you like it?
With a line like that, I might be out of a job soon. Tonight's enigma does have a ring to it, doesn't it? Well, my lovely listeners, it's that time of the night where we must part ways, but don't worry. I'll be right back in your ears before you know it. This has been Bed of Night, reminding you that secrets have a way of getting out, so why not give me a call? Good night, Seattle. Don't let the snow get in your coffee.
Well, if it isn't my tastiest crumpet.
Why did you choose to become a magister?
Did you never hanker for a title, Nomad? For people to pay you proper respect? Fundamentally, it is a gateway to knowledge and a method of keeping score. Respect is a thing which one cannot afford to give up. Do not think.
Tell me about your embrace.
No, it was a long time coming, I tell you. Your mortal body never truly aged, did it, dear? So you don't know the frustration of a body that withers whilst your mind has so much more to do. I used certain techniques to extend my life. It was a long and arduous endeavor, committing unspeakable acts to claw back a few meager months. I was never entirely successful, but I got close enough to impress my would-be sire.
Tell me about your research.
What would you like to know?
What are your personal areas of interest?
Well, if you're asking, I have this insightful tome on thaumaturgy and alternative uses of Baal's caress. Imagine, if you will, the possibilities of poisonous spittle and a whole book of stamps. Delightful, isn't it?
You have something for me to do?
There's a gentleman waiting in the foyer of the glacier. He should stand out, at least to your eyes. Please don't keep him waiting.
I will see it done. I would experiment with you again.
Ah, now, I do share that hunger. Come with me.
This I learned in Cappadocia.
Ooh, do what thou wilt is the whole of the law. Ooh, I would call that an experiment well made. I have taken copious notes.
Enjoy your night.
Death of J.J. Campbell confirmed natural causes. The cause of death of beloved entrepreneur, business mogul, and philanthropist J.J. Campbell has now been confirmed. According to a spokesperson from .Geo Futures, Campbell died in bed, likely not his own, from a heart attack caused by overwork. Campbell will be long remembered for his wit, charm, and generous spirit. The column on the left reads, "Gang violence getting out of hand." Tensions rise as the nightly terror of gang-related violence and mindless vandalism continues to grow across the city. We reached out to Seattle PD for comment, who simply admitted, "Yeah, it's getting out of hand now, isn't it?" The right-hand column reads, "Atrium? More trouble than it's worth." Isabella Moore, owner of the infamous nightclub Atrium, appears to have fled the city among vicious rumors and controversy. Accusations abound, with reports of poor safety conditions and rampant drug use getting out of hand at a recent event. A disgruntled employee has confirmed that without its proprietor at the helm, Atrium will be closed for the foreseeable future, and those that already bought tickets for upcoming events are shit out of luck.
You are waiting for a package?
I am. And such an interesting courier. Have a pleasant night.
We had fun, but don't think it was anything more than that.
You are close to Lou. How is she really doing?
Why do you ask?
I am merely concerned for her well-being.
Yeah, sure you are. Concerned about finding her weaknesses, maybe. She's fine and fucking dandy, so no need to concern your sweet little head.
What was the price of joining the Camarilla?
There's always a ticket price for jumping the fence, right? Some prices are steeper than others. Some want a sacrifice of a Sabbat member, some just want a blood bond. Lou's asking price wasn't so high, but I wanted her to know I was serious. Gave the praise finger bones to Lou in a nice enamel box.
Is there anything you miss about mortality?
You mean apart from shitty landlords, toothaches, and allergies? Not a whole lot. Except maybe catching this pretty face in the mirror every now and then.
Is there trouble I can deal with?
Yeah. Now Atrium's empty. Seems like one of the assholier anarch groups are trying to move in. Can you check out the alleys nearby? One of the staff ghouls saw Cass out there. And the word is he's trouble.
I will find them. I will speak to you again.
There was bottled blood here the night of Isabella's attempted masquerade breach. It appears to have been consumed, at least in part. The stench of it still lingers on the empty wine glass.
Fire, you're looking handsome as ever.
I would like to hear of your personal code.
Live honestly. It is more complex than simply not to lie. You must liberate yourself from the dishonest impulses of the natural mind.
So you never mislead?
Exactly. To lie by omission is still a lie.
Is there someone who needs my attention?
There is. This is a picture of David's youngest son. A son who David has never seen through the eyes of sobriety. A son who David has never paid for, and whose mother has no home.
I have the scent. What can you tell me about the Camarilla?
I can tell you one of them is fucking with the nastier aspects of thaumaturgy. I had a request for some very unpleasant books, and the promise of a great deal of money. Anonymous request. And they asked for complete confidentiality, of course. But I bet it's Mrs. Thorne.
I thought you said it was confidential.
Well, I did not agree to the request.
I am interested in your relationship with patients. You allow them to live in your shop.
They like my collection, but they follow my rules. They say the souls of the previous owners linger in old items and give their artwork unique spirit. Unfortunately, their art is ugly. But they watch my shop for me while I'm away on important business.
So this is a mutually beneficial arrangement?
We scratch each other's backs. And sometimes we knock our boots.
Shall we be intimate?
But of course.
Now I shall be direct.
That is no good, Nomad. Try it the other way around. Fine work, Nomad. I have some ideas for the future.
I look forward to speaking to you again.
Well, that was interesting. And he smelled kind of familiar.
I was hoping to see you again soon, Milo. David is dead, I hear. And am I right that he has sucked kindred blood? If it comes back on us, we will deal with the Dominator.
Be well.
Fire. Take a seat. Fire. Thanks for coming.
My prince?
I assume you managed to smooth things over. That should take care of inner court politics. And thankfully, Willem's sudden exit and the repercussions of that exit aren't public knowledge. Yet.
I had expected punishment.
For the Nomad? For a situation that was beyond your control? I'm not that kind of prince. And as for the optics, I can handle them. But there is another problem. This gardener knows the truth. And you say he's Sabat, an enemy of this court. And Sophia says she thinks the Sabbat are tied to your mark. Seems our interest just became aligned, Nomad. I'm expediting your investigation, and I have a good idea where to start. The underground.
You say these words, the underground, as if they should mean something to me.
I forget you're not native. The underground is an architectural graveyard. The ruins of old Seattle. After the Great Fire, rather than salvage what was, Lou decided to simply build on top.
What makes you think I will find answers in this underground?
Tali reviewed the PD figures. Disappearances, deaths, kind and kindred both. Always near an entrance to the underground. It's what drove out the Nosferatu. Campbell never looked into it, said he had other priorities. I'm not saying it's our smoking gun, but it is a gun, and it is smoking. And I'm going to disarm it.
The gardener talked about going under the soil.
What makes you think it is Sabbat?
Oh, I'm not certain, but it's a canker on the city. The way it's been disregarded, that's a red flag for me. Only way to know is by process of elimination. Could be the Anarch simply stirred something. Either way, it was gonna fall on your shoulders. But Occam's razor, this is it.
I think you are right. At least it is worth a visit.
It's a big tourist attraction, believe it or not. Only ones who go down there now are mortals, and only ever in their sanctioned playgrounds. But deeper than those, I'll level with you. I don't know what kind of threat you'll face. In Lou's day, getting sent down there was a punishment, a convenient solution for problem kindred. Besides, you won't be alone. The Gangrel next will be with you.
Why?
Tali found out she's been taking certain liberties. Something I'd hoped the sheriff would be on top of. Now, I'd be inclined to make that her first strike, but obviously, Lou was furious. Remember what I said? The underground being Lou's favorite form of punishment? Since Nyx works for Lou directly, Lou gets to decide what happens when she's fired. Use the public entrance. You'll find the gangrel easily enough. And fire, be careful down there.
Oh, I was just thinking about you.
You are interesting, Fletcher. Tell me about your embrace.
Interesting. Well, that's good. It wasn't Lou, if that's what you're thinking. Although, she did speak up for me. They needed my skills, both in business and in other matters. I was a recruit, and may I say, an eager one. Afterwards, helping Lou and Rosalind play chess with the violent and the desperate was an absolute blast.
Tell me about your history with Lou.
She has always supported my business ventures, sent clients and opportunities my way. We had similar livelihoods as mortals. Oh, sure, we dealt in different vices, but it was vice that made us our fortune all the same. I like to think she thinks of us as kindred spirits. She would never say anything of the sort, of course. In fact, the last time we met, she called me a sniveling parasite. Oh, she is such a car.
How do you feel about the new prince?
She has her strengths. But you've been around longer than any of us. I'd be interested to hear your opinion.
I agree. She is an ideal leader.
Ideal is a strong word. As Campbell's seneschal, she spent a lot of time reaching out to less enlightened courts in other cities, making alliances, even with other species. But I will say I found her to be ruthless at a pinch. I can respect that.
I am wound like a piano wire. Help me find the release.
Ah, a command performance. Let us retreat to the salon.
That is the spot.
Oh, I think you can go a little higher. Ha! I'll admit, an elder does have one or two little tricks.
Thank you for your time.
That tour is top of the list of things to do for our visitors. Fun day out for the Okies, you know? Maybe Tali and Ryong are right. Maybe our falling tourist numbers is because they're all getting eaten up by something. You'd hope someone would mention that in the review, though, right? No sign of Nyx.
And a lot of mortals.
She'll stick out. We should be able to track her down easily enough.
The newspaper article is embedded into the countertop as part of the exhibit. The scratched countertop surface makes it difficult to read, but the headline can still be made out: Rebar Killer Strikes Again. Cigarette girl corpse discovered in local speakeasy. Police decide which case to investigate first.
You catch that aroma? That's Nyx, all right. We should get after her.
Pioneer Square. The trustees of the Museum of Seattle's Dark History record their gratitude to J.J. Campbell of .geo Future for his generous donations issues in 2019 and 2021. Seattle's Dark History Ghost Tours. Make sure to wait for your guide. Do not enter the museum without your tour guide. Stay with your group at all times. No food or drink beyond this point. No crucifixes beyond this point. No flash photography. No spirit boards. No whistling after dark. Do not follow the sound of singing.
Thank you again for coming to the Seattle Underground Tour. This exhibit, like many others in the city, relies on generous donations such as the Lou Graham Historical Grant and people like you. Please feel free to speak with our front of house staff if you would like to contribute.
A plaque dedicated to the Great Seattle Fire. It is old and in poor condition, the paint cracked and flaking. Underneath, a museum label reads, Pioneer Square, the Great Seattle Fire, June 6, 1889. The most destructive fire in Seattle's history. Fortunately, there were no recorded human fatalities, but it is estimated that around 1 million rats were killed. A recent addendum added to the bottom of the plaque reads, Some say you can still hear their panicked squeals and the desperate scratching. At least, we think it's the rats.
Nix, running ahead like a mud off the leash. Go carefully. This place is about as stable as a Wall Street gambling den.
Any deeper archaeological research is forbidden under City Statute 3A 47B, as there are fears of the stability of historical architecture.
Huh. You get that subtle perfume of wet dog? You know gangrels. Reckon Nix is on 4 feet instead of 2 right now. Something's got Nix all fired up. She's got a scent or something like that.
Why did she not wait for us?
Who knows? Maybe it's a rabbit. Gangrel. About as much scent as God gave a goose.
Chains for rattling, speakers with a Spooky Jams 2024 CD, and a big plastic skeleton. They are coated in a thick layer of dirt even though they appear to be fairly new and recently placed here. If you hear a woman singing a lullaby in this room, do not turn to look. She does not have a child with her. Amanda, on behalf of Piers Pennington. A display of barrels from the Prohibition era. The porous stones have soaked up decades of smells, sweaty tourists, fermenting alcohol, and the faint but unmistakable tinge of blood.
A German-born madam who rose to become one of Seattle's most influential citizens at the turn of the 20th century, Lou Graham built the city's most elegant parlor house in Pioneer Square, where more deals were said to be struck than at City Hall. After her brothel was destroyed in the Great Fire of 1889, she quickly rebuilt in stone and even financed reconstruction efforts, helped save local banks during the Panic of 1893, and eventually left much of her fortune to public causes in King County. Her legacy endures as a symbol of Seattle's frontier spirit, where resilience, enterprise, and unlikely alliances helped shape a booming city.
see why they don't let little Susie or Johnny mess around here. Feels like the ground's about to heave-ho any minute. That doesn't smell like wet dog. Wounded dog, maybe. Oh, Nix, you downright fool.
She found something, and it destroyed her. Whatever did this will have an entrance nearby.
Ryong said she'd been taking certain liberties.
Some cannot so easily let go.
If I was a betting sword, I'd bet whatever did this to her is the same whatever Ryong has us looking for.
So let us find it.
Took the words right out of my mouth, so to speak. What has no scent but leaves a trail of claw marks? This is interesting.
Ryong said the attacks were all near entrances to the underground.
Uh-huh. Such as right here.
Is through.
This is old Seattle, the city buried by Luke Graham and her sister. I wonder what exactly they left down here. manner of creatures are these? What do you think these are, then?
I have heard the rumor of Sabbath-created shock troops. These fit the description. Called the Unbirthed, or sometimes Moonflowers.
Cute.
blood.
Fire, those creatures. What or whoever made them?
They could be the work of the Sabbat.
Not everything has to be the Sabbat.
No, but they remind me of the Sabbat myth. I do not believe in coincidences.
And what, might I ask, is an unbirthed exactly?
The Tremere may know more. What I know only through rumor. They are fledglings from a mass grave by a ritual, shorn of names or memories.
Well, that's just dandy. So, if such creatures were to breach the surface...
It would shatter the Masquerade beyond repair. The hunters would swarm. Seattle would fall.
You think this is what the Sabbat are after?
There will be a deeper aim.
With the Gardener as their leader. I guess we ask him. What was it? The last thing he said.
Slip beneath the soil. He is here.
Somehow I don't think those creatures can handle a pistol. Who are those military?
Hunters.
There, the mark.
The Gardener lies behind that door. I know it.
What are you doing?
They're going to destroy the door.
Fire, those things are everywhere.
We need to get inside.
Fire, not safe. Fire! Well, that is a whole mess of rocks. No way we're getting through that. But we do need to go deeper. I reckon we should head back to the surface. Seattle's riddled with holes. Someone will know another way in.